Hey guys, it's me, John, and I apologize for not posting anything in a while. I went to Oregon earlier this month, and 14-hour drive, and got the SD card stuck in the seatbelt where the seatbelt hooks onto the seat. So I didn't get my SD card back till like yesterday. But here I am, and I'm here to introduce the Digital2 Plus 7-inch display, runs Android 4.4.2 KitKat, multi-touch, and it has apps preloaded, dual-core processor. It's like a 1.5 gigahertz, a built-in camera, 8 gigabyte storage, built-in Wi-Fi, and upgradable to 32 gigabytes on an SD card. That was why I got it lost in the seatbelt. I got it on my way up to Oregon. So basically this has KitKat, a processor's dual core, but it's only 512 megabits. It has an 8 gigabyte storage, a capacitive multi-touch LCD 7-inch display. The network, surprisingly this does not have Bluetooth. This does not have Bluetooth, actually. It's really one of the main cons about this. This is not focusing. There you go. It has a rechargeable battery. The battery life is about 5 hours. That's the tablet itself. Just ignore that for a second. It has a G-sensor. It has supported formats. The camera does not have a rear camera, so you can't take landscape photos and anything. But it's a 0.3 megapixel front camera. The speaker is an internal stereo speaker. It has a micro USB port. Standard 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, a microphone, and micro SD card slot. And what comes in the box is a micro USB cable, the user manual, the adapter for the wall, the quick start guide. I'm getting all these notifications. Stupid thing. And it weighs just under a pound. So let's look at this now. I have the metallic black version. The black version is actually $100. This one is actually $60. But the black version is $100. Well, $99.99. I got this at Best Buy, actually. And so let's go to the tablet overview. So the actual tablet itself is kind of made weird. It kind of looks like the Nexus, but like the Nexus 7, but it's a little bit different interface. The Nexus 7 is portrait mainly, and the camera is up this, if this is portrait, up in this corner. So we have the notification bar. I know you can't read this very well, but we have the notification bar, the camera. The power button is actually right here, and the tablet itself is mainly landscape. When you boot it up, it has a landscape orientation. And this is where you plug in your headphones, and the micro USB port is right in between the power and the volume keys. Here's the micro SD card slot. It's on the back. The volume keys are right here. This is up, this is down. The reset button on the back, actually, I was having a trouble with Wi-Fi, and I called support, and they said just hold the reset button on the back for 15 seconds, and that actually fixed it. Here's the microphone, and when the tablet is landscape, it has the navigation buttons at the bottom. This one's back, home, and then your app switcher, and then there's screenshot and screen record, and then there's volume up and down. Now, when it's portrait mode, it just has these 5, and it does not have the volume up and down buttons. This does come with a limited 1-year warranty. And this is basically just a kid's tablet. I just got it because it was only $60 and I needed something to keep my mind entertained for 14 hours. But this comes preloaded with books. You just have to download them. But yeah. So if we go into here itself, I've already taken out the charger and the tablet and everything because I've had it for like a month. So here's the little sleeve it comes in, and it has a little warning: do not contact the retailer. They may not support, stock replacements. So this is a code for like a free month. And here's a little quick start guide. You open it up, and it has all these instructions on basically what you would get. Like, slide the icon to awaken the screen. I got that without even reading a quick start manual. And here's the regular user manual. Doesn't contain much more information than the quick start guide. So if we open up here, it has nothing. And there's nothing in these, by the way. That's just to keep these closed and not moving. But if we go into here, this is where the USB cable is located. And this section over here is where the wall adapter is located. Now we get to the good stuff, the tablet. It has a 4% charge. So if you excuse me, I'm going to move the camera over to the charger. Okay, so the tablet itself is basically almost the same as the Nexus 7. Here, let me go turn off that light to get that glare out of there. It's kind of dark because I'm in a basement. It's the only place it's quiet at my house. So this is basically just like the Nexus 7. Has a very weird display though. This is just daydreaming right now. If you can't really see it because of the camera, but if you tilt it towards this side, the screen gets brighter, and if you tilt it to this side, the colors kind of get inverted or look weird. And here are the navigation buttons. We'll go to the home screen. Of course, it's locked. I'm just going to show you what it looks like when you reboot it. Just so you get the idea. So as you see, it flipped sideways and is powering off right now. And so when it reboots, the tablet itself is basically a landscape tablet, which I do not like. But when you reboot it, it like kind of flashes a little bit. And then it just goes through a little like Android thing, like on the old Android 2.2.2, it had a little Android and Android word under it, and there's a little thing that goes to the side over and over again. That's kind of what this looks like. It's by Digital2. If you want to look at it more, it's digital2pad.info. That's the website. There's a link in the description. So as soon as this boots up, I'll actually show you some of the stuff in it. I've actually had a month to customize it though, so there's going to be extras on there. So it looks like it's turning up because the screen just got a little darker. I'll keep it landscape for you, but I gotta flip the screen so my charger doesn't break. So now that we turn it on, we have a little swipe up thing. Of course, it's not available on landscape, so we have to turn it to here. And it's loading. So we swipe up from the bottom and we have Google. And then, of course, we have to enter the password. Like this. I'm not gonna go into Google though, because then you'll see like where I live and stuff. This is the actual stock launcher. This is the actual stock launcher. I personally think it looks better on portrait view. I might actually do portrait view for you. So we go into here. Temple Run 2 is actually pre-installed as a game, but then we have like stuff like calculator and clock and downloads and file manager. That's all preloaded. The ones that aren't preloaded are like fast notepad all the way to like super user. It comes with a bunch of Google apps. These are not all stock, but it had Play Store, Play Music, Chrome, Gmail, Google, Voice Search, Maps, Google Settings, and all the rest are not pre-downloaded. But then it has gallery and camera and stuff like that. This app drawer I do not like because it's too. I don't like the 3x5. I like the 4x5 on like an iPhone or a 5x5 or something like that. That would be fine, or even a 5x6. That would be my limit. But it has the AccuWeather built in, and it has another browser if you don't like Google Chrome. Personally, I like Google Chrome better. And then this has, it has Google Drive built in, and Dropbox, and email. I don't know if Facebook was pre-installed, I can't remember. But, then we have, these W games, which I actually don't, use. I download them in Play Store, or I download them in the Amazon App Store. But mostly the Play Store. Let's see, I think it came with Google Plus built in to, along with Flip's video player. This helpouts thing is kind of cool. I'm going to put something on there later on. It came with this Office Suite thing. As soon as you open it, though, it has a 7-day free trial. Kind of like Microsoft. I hate that. It's like the worst idea ever. What I would do is just have a, see document recovery. It has no days left of trial period. You will not be able to save changes. That was what I hate about this thing. But then we have presentations and stuff that you can make a presentation with. But if we go back to home, we keep going through this. You get, play books and play games weren't pre-installed, but you get the People app, which is just your contacts. I'm not going to show you them. I should really click back. Let's see, you have this suggested apps thing, and Temple Run again was pre-installed, and Toon Goggles is, I have never opened it actually. TuneIn Radio is pre-installed as well. I don't know what that is. UDH Player is also pre-installed. along with voice search. And now there's widgets. Again, this looks way too small. I don't like this 3x5. I hate that. And then we get to this 3x3, which drives me absolutely crazy. And then if you tilt it to landscape, as soon as this loads, as soon as you tilt it to landscape, it drives me even crazier, because then it goes 2x4, and I hate that. But then we get all the standard, widgets along with more widgets, and you can pick it up and drag it around. You can drag it up to app info and get app info. This is not working at all. This is why the system memory is only 512 megabits. Again, really slow for my taste. But then we have all the standard widgets and stuff, and yeah. So now we'll go into the settings app. This is actually kind of interesting because, again, there's no Bluetooth, but you have Wi-Fi and data usage, which is basically just what has been using your system memory. But then we get to this little more button, and there's airplane mode, tethering and portable hotspot, Ethernet, VPN. Then we get to this mobile networks. I've actually called T-Mobile to see if I can get it set up, because if you go into mobile networks, by default it has data enabled. Data roaming is not enabled. Preferred network type is, you can choose between 3G and 2G. And then you have access point names. And then you have network operators. And you get this little notification at the bottom that says error while searching for networks. And you'll keep getting it if you click search for networks. And choose automatically, it says cannot connect to the network right now. But I've called T-Mobile and they said since there's no SIM card slot, you cannot get it set up with us. And so I'm going to see if I can find a way to get your SIM card data put onto an SD card, and then you can get T-Mobile on this. And if I do find that out, I'll put that, I'll post that to YouTube too. So this one, if you have more than one home screen, it has, like, Nova Launcher and stuff. So again, this has, like, it has, like, the standard notification sounds as well. But yeah, and then you get to these download ringtones. But then you can enable touch sounds, which I personally like, because then it feels like this is vibrating, which it can't. But then it feels like it's vibrating whenever you tap something. And then you get the screen lock sounds, which are kind of quiet. I still like them, though. But then you get all these daydreams built in, like photo table and photo frame, and the colors and clock. I like clock because it's not bright. And then you get wallpaper, and then you can choose between, like, these wallpapers like this. Let's see. You have a smart color and intelligent backlight and stuff like that.